Hey everybody, welcome back to our neck of the woods in the day that we have all been finally waiting for. All right, so after a long time, and I mean a long time, almost years now, or probably years at this point, we are finally ready to install our back windows and our back door. It took a while, but I have finally been able to get many people over to help. So tomorrow at 10 a.m., I was able to get my dad, my uncle, my best friend, and Rob, a good friend of mine who you guys have seen on the channel many times, and me. We are finally going to be here tomorrow and be able to get these suckers installed. The plan back here for this one, we're probably going to have to get the scaffolding off the front deck so we have something to stand on so we can get that window in. We've got the stairs ready to go that are just kind of makeshift, and I was able to complete all of the blocking back here on the back deck. And I've got several pieces of 1/2-inch OSB on the inside of the house that once I take this off here tomorrow, we'll just take those sheets, set them out here, and then we'll obviously have something to stand on and get this back window and this back door installed. These ones should be relatively easier, even though the weights of all these things are just absolutely ridiculous. This back window, or this back door here, I think probably weighs about 400 pounds. These windows probably weigh about 300 pounds, but as you can see, when you're standing on the deck here, this one might be a little bit easier to install, even though we may still need to stand on something, because these things come up to about my waist level, and obviously we have to basically deadlift 300 pounds up into the air to set it up on the ledge there. So even this one's going to be a little bit tricky, but I think the game plan that we're going to do is probably get that one installed first, because it's going to be the easiest, and it'll give us a little bit of a teaching moment of how to shim it and everything, and how the game plan is going to go with maybe 3 guys on the outside and 2 guys on the inside. And then when we get over to this back one, we'll know what to do, because it's going to be a little bit heavier and a little bit harder to either get it up onto scaffolding, or we're gonna have to go through the front door or back through here once we put the 1/2-inch OSB down for like a landing surface, so that we can just walk through here and then we can like slide it up through the inside. But it's it has to go through like at an angle, and then we have to like set it back in. I don't know if the scaffolding can actually hold that much weight up of like 3 guys plus a 300-pound window. So that guy there again is probably gonna have to go through the inside. But we'll see. So today I just have to plan for everything. I have to get everything ready. I have to go buy some nails, and I think I have enough caulking. But 10 a.m. tomorrow, I've got 5 people that are going to be here, including me, that hopefully we can get these knocked out. And then that means that I can just run on down this wall here, finish out all of the siding, finish out finally up in here in the porch area. And then when we actually go and get a lift finally, we'll just paint all of this at once, and we don't have to worry about painting more than one time and breaking out the paint sprayer and stuff like that. We can just do the front, the side, and the whole back here and get this thing finally done. So I know it's a video that everyone's been waiting for. I know it's a day that I've finally been waiting for. We need to get some natural light finally to come in without this being so blocked off. And then we'll finally be able to have access to the back of the house that we can walk out and do things easier, instead of always having to go all the way around or through the garage. But it is what it is. I try my best. So I will see you guys back bright and early in the morning. All right, everybody. Good morning. 30 minutes out from when everyone should show up. Just have to go inside, get the ladder out so we can get these foam boards off. The only thing I noticed last night is because these foam boards have been on for so long, especially down along the bottom, the foam is sticking to the rubber wall. So I'm pretty much like 99% sure when we pull that foam off, it's going to tear a complete square right off of that rubber. So rubber wall does an amazing job to stick to stuff, but if there's any moisture behind it, it pushes the rubber wall off, or if something sticks to it, basically you tear it off. So at least now we've been able to answer the question. If you guys remember, why was I seeing the rubber wall like bubble out a little bit? If you guys remember from the HRV video, when we put those guys on and I was core drilling and I noticed that the concrete was still moist after like 2 years of being poured, that's why there was water inside of the rubber wall. That moisture was trying to escape out through the Fox blocks or the Nudura blocks, and it was basically pushing the rubber wall off. So whatever you spray that to has to be 100% dry or it can push itself off. But not a big deal. We'll get the windows and doors in. We'll caulk around the seams if it pulls the rubber wall off from where it's sealed to the wood bucks going up around. We'll just have to use caulking. And then once they go in, I think I still have a bucket of rubber wall left over that I can go ahead and just paint it back on to give the foam some protection, but not that big of a deal. But what I absolutely cannot wait for is once the windows and the door are in, I think we can finally go ahead and call up a company to see if we can do a blower door test. So we'll finally get the question answered. Does an ICF house air seal better than a traditional house? Most traditional houses usually have a blower door score up around 3 to 4. And what that 3 to 4 means is basically it's how many air exchanges happen in 1 hour. So if your house has a total cubic air volume, which of course is just simple, you know, your length times your width times your height, it will completely air exchange itself 3 to 4 times in 1 hour. That's pretty bad, that's pretty leaky, but the government says that as long as your house is 3 air exchanges and under per hour, then it passes code in this day and age. I'm sure houses back in the day were probably 7 or 8 air exchanges per hour, which is why homes back in the day didn't rot out and fall apart as easily, because the air was so movable that any moisture that got behind your windows and doors, etc., would just simply dry out and wouldn't hold that moisture in. But since we need to build houses tighter nowadays for energy efficiency, that's why we need things like the HRV to go ahead and exchange the air out on our terms, not through like a leaky hole in your wall. And that's how we keep the moisture down, and dehumidifiers and stuff like that. So it'll finally be worth it to see, is an ICF house better? As you know, you really don't try hard. We simply just put up our blocks. I put my windows and doors in, I foamed around them. I think I'll do caulking once I kind of cut back the foam, and I'll put some silicone around the windows, and then I'll put in like my drywall. So that way I'm like air sealing that much more. But I don't think I've done that much more than what, you know, a builder would do. Like I haven't gone above and beyond to like air seal the house. Yeah, I spray foamed up in the attic like all my penetration points, but I think you should be doing that anyway. I spray foamed where my drywall seams come together, but technically speaking you wouldn't really have to, because when you mud and tape and paint on the inside of your ceiling, that's air sealing anyway. So I don't think I've really gone above and beyond, but it'll be interesting to see if how far below under a 3, it's called an ACH 50. How far below a 3 HVA 50 did we get without really trying that hard? The garage, on the other hand, I think I tried really hard. You know, we zip taped, we caulked all of our nail holes. On the inside, we ended up using spray foam. I caulked some more. I tried to make the best that I could do with my like garage doors to have those air sealed. So I think we really tried a lot harder on a traditional house than you would on an ICF house. So it'll be interesting to see again that we didn't do all that much, and I think we're going to be well below like that 3 HCH 50. And again, just for an example, Matt Reisinger, when he built his house, if you go and watch him, he spent a lot of time and a lot of money on sealing his house up. You know, he's spray foaming and he's caulking and he's doing every nail hole and seam. I mean, he really went above and beyond to try and get it. And I think his first blower door score, he was only at like a 0.99, and he wasn't happy with that. So he went back and spent even more time and money trying to seal up the house just that much more. And he got down to some like ridiculously crazy number. Like I think it was under like a 0.5 air exchange. So hopefully maybe we can be that good, and I didn't have to spend that much time or money, but again, only time will tell. But once those windows and doors are in on the back at the end of today, we can maybe go ahead and call up a company and we can go ahead and do a blower door score. I'll see you guys back in about 30 minutes. I think Aaron's just gonna go ahead and use the camera today. Not really gonna say much here. We're just gonna get to work and get this done. So I'll see you guys back at the end of the day when we're all set.
Can we go that way some more? There we go. All right.
Where are you? There we go. Gonna take the framework and stuff off when we get up there. Get it up.
It feels light down here, don't it?
I'm telling you, 2 people on just those fucking handles.
Destroys your hand. Now I carried it 4 feet. Watch the pipe.
I see it. Yep.
Just moving these things in the garage. I'm like, God, holy moly.
Get it up and we can
Get on
slide
the
it
corner.
Well, no, you get out here.
All right.
Do we want to turn it now?
No, just get it up.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
These come off. Those are protected.
Plastic things. What do you want to do, Scott? Lift it up towards you?
You're standing up. Well, this is the top.
What's the top?
Yours.
This is the top?
Yeah. Brian, grab your edge and walk it in a little bit more. Now down.
You want the rest of us up there?
Yeah, come on. Let's set.
Okay, come around, Jim. Come around. There you go. There you go.
4 force. Ryan. And Scott, since he was running away at 5 years old.
Oh, okay.
So I've known you since you were 5 years old, running away from home.
I've known him since before he was born.
He was a twinkle in the eye.
Yeah.
This attached?
Yeah, that's got to come off. That's the drip edge. Once he gets,
This comes off?
yeah, it goes back on after
Gotcha.
after we get it set.
There's a 1/4 of an inch for the entire thing.
Now, do you want the 4 of us to hold it, lower it down, and the 4 of us hold it up while you take that stuff off?
I think 3 of us could probably lift it straight up into this.
Well, we got to get the bottom. We
Yeah,
got
I
to
know.
get the bottom frame, the
Yeah.
stuff.
Maybe, Scott, you want to get inside? Eyeball it in?
Well, we got to
lay it
take
down
the
again. Jimmy, scoot over there. We're gonna lay it down.
Yeah.
Not lay it down, but we're
We're
gonna
gonna lay it down.
Can
It's
we?
got the protectors on it still.
Okay. So we can get this other.
Just lay it and pick it up evenly so that glass doesn't twist.
Or do you want?
Scott, once you get inside,
Well, we gotta put the caulking down at some point.
I think once we get it up, we can very easily lift it straight up into that. You don't think? Like, I mean, we lifted up on this.
300 feet.
I think.
Yeah, but
I
you're
think
also
we,
lifting it.
So
You're
here-
lifting it this way, not vertical.
so that's where I thought, like,
We also have to scoot the scaffolding over. So I need to caulk it, lift it, set it on here, move the scaffolding,
Yeah.
and then up in.
You guys hold it.
Yep.
While we move the scaffold in place.
Yep.
Whoever's gonna get up on the scaffolding inside, but
all right, go ahead and get on in there.
Hopefully, get some nails ready, and we'll get her tacked. You can tape and stuff. We'll get all 3 of them in. So what'd you figure out on the basement problem being so cold?
I don't think it's cold down there anymore. But it's also been
I know on the one short
crazy hot and humid.
the one short that he posted said it was 61 degrees.
So we get on that. Let's get it up.
Okay.
Let's get this in place.
I got it on this side.
First.
yeah, because somebody has to grab here, someone has to grab here. I grab in the middle, and then 2 guys down on the bottom.
Once we can get it to your level.
Ready?
Yep.
I can't tell where the bottom is, Timmy.
I can get in on my side.
Huh?
We're at the bottom.
Just go inward.
Hold on, Will.
Ryan, stand up.
What?
I don't want it to fall. I can't hold it.
My side is in.
What?
My side is in halfway.
Then go all the way.
All right. You gotta put. We gotta pick up a little bit more. Yeah.
Now Ryan, Dad, hold it so it doesn't fall towards you.
I got it.
Hold on, ready, go.
Yep.
I'm under.
I'm not.
Is the shim under?
There you go. It's under now.
Both shims?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
And it's as level as it's probably gonna get.
You're the superintendent.
Yes.
Should we get the homeowner out here?
The homeowner's right here.
Yeah. Are you good?
I'm good.
She's good.
There's no room.
Wherever you guys are.
It looks like you're scraping. All right, this top up here is not gonna go. You're hitting the middle. You gotta go out. Up on your guys' side, up first. Right, nope, up, wait for me, up. Now in. All right. You got a 1/2 inch on Ryan's side, up top. Oh, don't push. Now push.
Hey, that anthrax or cocaine?
Hopefully cocaine.
Drywall done.
Your drip is right here.
I'm afraid if we lean this down, who's to say the frame doesn't shift and one of these fall out?
As long as this is on top.
Turns, if 2 people want to go to the garage, 2 people want to go to the ground, and then 2 people want to go to the deck.
Well, I say we bring it out here.
How heavy does it feel with those handles? Does it feel as heavy as the windows or no?
It's heavier. What I do? Watch the top.
Down.
Go down.
Okay, we're good.
Ryan, get to the middle.
We're in on our side.
You're barely on. Get to the middle, up.
Can we go up a little bit more to you? There we go.
Now push in up top.
I think we have to push in the bottom.
Well,
Well, what a fucking relief.
still need to tape the outside all the way around.
No, let's
Still
just
need to
have
put-
an impression. What do you think?
Foam all the way out on the inside, and then we're done. I'll get to it. This door was a piece of crap. Very heavy, and I'm still not 100% thrilled with it.
How much was that door?
I have no idea. Probably,
A $5,000 piece of crap?
nah, I think it was more like 36 rings a bell. There was some piece of wood in the bottom track, so we had to like completely remove an upper piece there, take the entire track assembly out, shimmy the door out this way, and remove this block of wood because it was like basically riding back and forth on a piece of wood, which of course is not that rideable. And then we adjusted the casters so the door can slide this way, so like shimmy the front or shimmy the back with some screws on a caster. But even then, I think just the door is probably 200 pounds or so. And even though there's metal casters riding in that channel that looks like it's made of fiberglass, you still, I mean, a child will never be able to, a child will never be able to open this door.
That can't be right.
Try it. Go ahead and close it. Yeah, not thrilled.
There is no way that the manufacturer intends for it to operate like that. No way.
Who has a door that heavy?
Geldwin.
And all of the weight is sitting on the casters riding in a fiberglass channel. I don't know what else to do. But yeah, it's not that great. But finally, we have some light in here. And the door is shimmed properly. It's level and straight, but I don't know. I just think that one double piece of glass on that door just weighs an absolute metric ton. Maybe it'll wear in one day and wear into the channels, but this side is stationary, and we chose that for a reason because we knew we would have this little wall over here, and I didn't want to constantly be opening up this door and have it like blow something off of like a little end table or something. So the door obviously is on this side. Chose that for a reason. All of the windows went in, as you saw, pretty easily, except for this one. Well, there was only two, but I was at 6 feet on these window bucks, and the window was 6 feet. So I had to plane each side down. so it would slide in a little bit easier. I think Aaron got it on camera, but wasn't expecting that. But that's a hell of a lot more light that we now have in the bedrooms and through the rest of the house. So besides that door being sticky, I can't even say that our front door is even that great. I mean, that was a $10,000 door, but I think it's on us to basically just lube it up. I don't know if you guys have ever heard it on camera, but every time we open the door now, I mean, it sounds like crap. So I think I need to pop the hinges and lube them up. Maybe that's a regular maintenance thing that we have to do, but that's crazy. That door didn't even make it a year before it would need like re-lubed or lubed in general. So I guess I could call the manufacturer about that. And then something else that I just heard, not that it really pertains to anything in this video, but gotta call the manufacturer about the HRV. Right now we still have it set to that 10 minutes on, 50 minutes off. And that thing's been running for longer than 10 minutes. I don't understand. Yesterday I was in here and it ran for almost a half hour straight. I shut it off, turned it back on. It automatically kicked back into a cycle, ran for 10 minutes and then shut off. But when we were putting in this door, and I don't think having the door open matters, but I swear it's been running longer than 10 minutes. They just now shut off. But if anyone has an HRV or thinks I should call the manufacturer, let me know down below, because we might have to plan something and get something figured out with that. I just hope it's as sound resistant as it was with the insulation.
It won't be as sound resistant, but I'm sure
With the insulation in there.
it'll be okay. It's what we have, so it has to be okay.
I guess. All right, guys, we're gonna clean up out here, and I guess the next thing that we have to do is probably the decking like we did before, or we're gonna have to really make sure that the siding is up off of the deck, so that way that water gets back in there, doesn't get affected. But we have to put some flashing down there or caulking in between the rubber wall and that first ledger down in there, so water sheds off. And then the way I have been doing it is put the deck on first and then the siding. But I kind of want to get the siding on more and get this thing painted before we put the decking on, so that way we don't get paint all over everything, because I do plan on using the sprayer. But yeah, we can go ahead and finish the back of the siding now. We can spray foam everything on the inside. We can call a blower door company now and see what the house actually rates. I think that back door is actually going to be pretty darn leaky. I don't think it seals very well from what I'm seeing. So that sucks, because that's a huge 8-foot opening that could have a gap all the way around there where air could leak in. So that kind of sucks, but we'll be able to tell till we do that. So, but taping, cleaning, we did it, guys. Feels like, want to say 3 years later?
Yep.
Yeah. Probably had them for that long, maybe 3 years. But we will be back in another video. We will finish everything up in there for the siding too, so we have something to nail to up in there. And then we'll get the painting, and we'll just keep on keeping on. So until next time, I will see you guys later. If you got anything to say, message us down below. And until next time,
Bye.
take care.